What's up, people, man? This your boy Z the Real here, and then I'm just gonna do basically a progress report right now. I'm gonna first off start the video by saying shouts out to my new subscriber Carl Smith. Okay, Carl Smith is one of the people I've been able to connect with on my Facebook page on the home of the Clippers. He's one of the main guys who have been supporting the Clippers on the page, and he's a big Clipper fan, just as big as a Clipper fan as I am. But check out his YouTube channel as well if you're for those who like the Clippers as much as I am. But I'm just gonna basically show you just the basically this since we're in the last 2 weeks of the season. I'm gonna show you basically for all the Clipper fans right here. I'm gonna do another video for you. This is basically to show where our team is. And I'm also going to be breaking down the schedule because I believe the Clippers can possibly win 50 games. We're 42-30 right now, but so I think we could win the next. I say we're going to win the next maybe 6 games going into the playoffs, because playoffs is basically around the corner, folks. Like I said, this season went by very fast. Okay, and then there's a lot of things that's happened that basically wasn't nobody ready for. Because for one, I feel this Clipper team has shocked the world. Basically, everybody was talking about ever since LeBron came to the Lakers. It's been LeBron James, Lakers this, Lakers in the playoffs, Lakers going to go to the Western Conference Finals. But nobody even suspected the Clippers to be the better team in LA. Especially after what the Lakers have done, the moves made. Because to me, honestly, the Lakers had the better team than the Clippers. I'm just going to be very honest. On paper, when they all make their free agent moves, they signed Rajon Rondo. And they brought in Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley, along with JaVale McGee. And this is a JaVale McGee who just won 2 NBA championships in a row for the Warriors. You would have thought that the Lakers would have been a much better team than the Clippers. Okay, you would have thought that LeBron James would have his team at least in the 5th or 6th seed right now. Because even though LeBron James has been hurt, that's no excuse why the Lakers are not in the playoffs. And this is like I tell people, I tell everybody, injuries are just excuses. Okay? Just because your star player is hurt don't mean the team has to fall, okay? That's what the backups are for. Everybody in the NBA, in any professional sport you play, everybody's professional. These are the best players that's drafted out at the entire college. Out of all the colleges, these are the best of the best that's been selected and taken into these teams. Then you take in consideration the players they select out the G League. They select the best players who they feel worthy of signing a contract. Then they have the best European players, such as Luka Doncic and Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Dirk Nowitzki. Those are great European players, as well as Tim Duncan. Okay, you got any professional sport has the best players. So a star player being injured is no excuse. A team still has to find a way to win, because look how many injuries Steph Curry has had in the past 4 years, and yet the Warriors are still successful. They still finish the season #1 overall on their conference. Okay. But let's just see what the Clippers have done so far, because for what Doc Rivers has been able to work with, he's done a fantastic job. Him and Sam Cassell, they've basically accomplished what most people didn't expect them to do, okay? This team getting to the playoffs, I feel, is a big win for the Clippers. Okay, even though I know the Clippers is not going to win, because let's just be honest, if the playoffs started right now, the Clippers is not going to beat this Golden State Warrior team, especially when Durant comes back. So let's just be realistically here. The Clippers are still, they're at least 1 or 2, they're 2 players away. But for a team that's had Schmidt, this has Shumpert, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams. You've had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and a team that's had that's basically traded Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic to get back Jermichael Green, Gary Temple, okay? You know what I'm saying? For Gallinari. And Gallinari is actually playing some of his best basketball. This is the best Gallinari has looked in years. Okay, for a team that has that, and for a team that has Zubac as your center, who's a rookie, they're playing very well. 42-30, that's very impressive. Okay? And I'm going to be very honest. From where the Kings are now, you might as well, they might as well seed everybody. The Kings are not going to catch up to the Clippers. Okay, let's just be honest. Minnesota, Lakers, these teams are pretty much eliminated. New Orleans, Memphis, Dallas, and Phoenix are already out. They're already out the playoffs. Lakers is next. And in Minnesota, they got too many injuries. Minnesota has Derrick Rose and Jeff Teague out. Okay, so they got two of their best guards out, and the Kings are still not ready. I think the Kings are still another free agency away. They still got to draft maybe one or two more players, because I feel the Kings could have a year like the Nuggets are having now. They're literally maybe one or two players away. They're another team that's basically that's looked very improved. And for the first time in years, the Kings actually played better than the Lakers. And again, this is a Laker team that has LeBron James, the best player in the world. Yet the Kings are doing better than that Laker team. And that just goes to show you just how young and different the league we're watching is. But again, man, this is very impressive. So if you're a Clippers fan, you got to be very happy with your team. Okay? This is like I said before. The Clippers have nowhere else but to go but up. Okay? Ever since they had Jerry West basically been advising them, they've signed Lawrence Frank and Mike Wang. This team has been looking very good. Okay? So this is where Doc Rivers needs. Doc Rivers just needs to have a coaching role. Doc Rivers does not need to be no GM. He doesn't need to be a president. And again, man, Doc Rivers didn't do a bad job with Lob City, but he just made the wrong roster moves because he had no business trading away his first round draft picks. But anyways, let's look at the standings right now. So the Clippers are 42-30. They're tied up with Utah. And also San Antonio and OKC. Notice they all have the same record. So this is how much competition. This is the competition right now. Seeds 5 through 8 are basically battling. Everybody's battling right now to get the 5th seed. The way it's looking right now, Portland is basically going to be they're going to secure the 4th place. Now Denver and Golden State have already clinched, of course. And again, man, this is the best Denver has looked. This is another team right now that can surprise you. The Nuggets, I'm going to be very honest. The Nuggets have literally, I'm going to give them an 80% chance of reaching the finals. I doubt they're beating Golden State, but again, Denver's beating everybody else. They're beating the Rockets. They definitely can beat the Blazers. And they can definitely beat seeds 5 through 8. There's not too many teams beating Denver. Denver has literally been running through everybody. Okay? Jokic is the best center in the league next to Joel Embiid. Okay? And again, Paul Millsap that always comes through for you as a good role player. They got Murray down there. The team is, and then Isaiah Thomas has been good for them too. But again, Golden State, to me, I think Golden State could win. They could go back to the finals again for a 4th time in a row. I'm not going to knock Golden State, but again, man, this is a lot of competition right now. So everybody from seeds 5 through 8 are basically battling for the 5th seed right now. OKC is on like a 4-game losing streak. I think they lost the last they lost 3 of their last games. One more would be on a 4th game losing streak. San Antonio is basically barely hanging on. But again, San Antonio is a playoff team. And I was explaining that last year. The Spurs don't ever miss the playoffs. And for the first time, this is the first season that Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan is not on the team, and yet they're still been surviving. That's how good of a coach Greg Popovich is. Just like I said, Greg Popovich is no doubt in my mind, he's already first ballot Hall of Famer. Because his big 3 are gone. Like I said, Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan are no longer on the team, and yet he's been able to get the job done with DeMar DeRozan. And I must add too that I think their other star point guard, he's gone too, because Danny Green is not even there. He's been traded. He's gone. Then Dejounte Murray has also been injured. He's out for the season. But I think with Patty Mills and DeMar DeRozan, and that's another thing, Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay has worked well with DeMar. I told y'all before, DeMar and Rudy Gay have history, because Rudy Gay was on the Toronto Raptors the first time he got traded from Memphis. I think Memphis released him. He got traded from Memphis to Toronto, and that's where he met DeMar DeRozan. So those two already have history together. But Gay and DeRozan, they've worked well. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gay, when he's healthy, he's a great role player. He's a very good player to have for your team. He gives you solid stats. And they've also lost Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol has also been traded I think he went to the Bucks. So they don't have Paul Gasol no more either. So with Paul Gasol gone, Duncan has left. You don't have Tony Parker, Ginobili. They're still in the playoffs. That's extremely impressive. Now the Jazz are the Jazz, right? Donovan Mitchell is still the future. I mean, I think the Jazz, they're still not there yet. I mean, Snyder has he keeps a rounded team, but the Jazz are still not scaring nobody. Okay, the only reason why I believe the Jazz were able to beat OKC because of Carmelo Anthony was slowing that team down. That's the only reason. OKC last year had too many they had roster problems. That's why. Again, Andre Roberson, I don't know what it is, but Roberson hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's been out this entire season. So I think this is the reason why the Thunder are suffering right now, because the Thunder has, like, again, they going through they're having problems roster-wise. They're having the same problems Boston has been having this season, where the roster still is not clicking. Yeah, Paul George and Westbrook, they're going to do their thing, but everybody else, I know they got Marquise Morris down there, but he's still trying to find his way into the lineup. They don't have a bad roster, but Billy Donovan has not been doing a good job as far as keeping the roster stable. Because I believe if OKC has another first-round exit like they did last year, Billy Donovan may be fired. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The Thunder are literally, man. Anytime you have Paul George and Westbrook, you have two All-Stars, but yet your team struggles to get out the first round, you have a problem. Last year, this team should have beaten the Utah Jazz, at least got to the second round to play either Houston or Golden State. That just didn't happen. My fear for OKC, the way it's looking right now, because again, either one of these teams can pass them. Our Clippers can pass OKC, so is San Antonio, Utah. If OKC start losing the next 3 games, again, man, Billy Donovan's going to definitely be on the hot seat, because that just means they need a new, their coaching staff has a problem. Because ain't no way in the world you got Westbrook and Paul George, they should be struggling. The Thunder should honestly be right now where Houston is, but again, Houston slightly has a better team because Chris Paul and James Harden. Okay? That's what's keeping the Rockets right there, because James Harden is having another good season. James Harden is up there for MVP with Giannis. Even though I told y'all from the last NBA video, Giannis going to get MVP. Again, man, Houston has a better veteran backcourt. So that's the only thing. They have a slightly better backcourt. I'm going to be honest, man. OKC is missing a shooting guard. They have problems with the guard position. Because, yeah, Westbrook is good, but Dennis Schroeder, no. Schroeder is exactly where he is. He's a bitch player. He's not a starter. Okay, Atlanta gave Schroeder a chance to be a starter. That failed. The Atlanta Hawks should never gave up Jeff Teague at all. They gave up when they released Teague. That Atlanta Hawks team went down because Schroeder was never able to carry the load. So that's their problem. They need a shooting guard. They need a shooting guard bad. Okay. Now I believe the Thunder is able to find them a great shooting guard. They may have a chance next year, but that's their main problem. They're lacking the guards. San Antonio is going to lose in the first round. I'm going to be very honest. And I'm going to be doing playoff predictions. But again, this San Antonio team, yeah, DeMar DeRozan is good for them. But again, they're not strong enough to win no championship. So San Antonio is barely hanging on. But the Clippers, the way things are looking, the Clippers could pass up all 3 of these teams. Again, Portland, this is the problem. We're not ready for Portland. Damian Lillard and McCullough has the Clippers number. The Clippers need to develop a stronger backup before they can mess with Portland. But again, these 4 teams are going to basically secure their spots. Portland's going to get the 4th seed. Houston's going to get the 3rd. But I believe the Clippers can literally get the 5th seed. It's extremely possible right now. And like I said before, Sacramento's basically eliminated. They're not going to catch up any one of these teams. Because already Sacramento's 6 games behind. And these 2 teams aren't. You could count Minnesota out. Lakers are out. This is basically it. This is pretty much the playoffs. So yeah, that's pretty much the this is pretty much the Western Conference playoffs we're seeing now. But now it's just all who's going to place with who. So right now, between the Clippers, Utah, San Antonio, OKC is just who's going to be the 5th seed. This is the battle for 5th right now. Okay. But the way it's looking, the Clippers could pretty much go out. And then now, before I continue, let's check out the Eastern Conference. Now, as you can see, the East is wide open. You still got a lot of teams right now still got a chance to clinch. Okay, well, we know Bucks is number 1. San Antonio 2 and 3. So this is I think what got Philadelphia as 3rd seed. They beat Boston. Indiana lost their last 2 games. Okay, Detroit, Dwayne Casey has been doing a good job with this team. Blake Griffin is looking like how he was before he got hurt 3 years ago. Brooklyn, like I told you, Brooklyn's looking good. And this is who the Clippers beat. Clippers beat both Pacers and Brooklyn, who are basically on a run. Miami, I think Miami, I don't know. I would say I'll give Orlando. I think Orlando can get the 8th seed. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, this is still wide open. Even Charlotte still has a chance to sneak up on you. So you see the Eastern Conference is pretty wide open. Like that showed you how strong the Eastern Conference is. Neither team is running away from each other. And even then, man, these teams right here, like I think seeds 9 and 10, ranks 9 and 10 still got a chance. Because Miami can just easily lose that 8 seed. But again, man, so as far as the Clippers are they're in a great position right now. Because if the Clippers could get this 5th seed right now, even though we'll be battling Portland, I would like to see Clippers beat the Portland Trailblazers. I want to see the Clippers get their revenge. I believe if we could face Portland again, we may could beat them. Even though I think we could push it to a game 7. I want Clippers to beat Portland. That's what I want. I want Clippers to get their revenge against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm not going to even lie. I would like to see Doc Rivers and Sam Cassell come up with some type of strategy to beat Portland. Because by the time playoff time comes, Wilson Chandler will be already back going again. These games here has been all about getting Chandler back into the lineup. Wilson Chandler, once he gets back warmed up, he'll be good. And then Gallinari be straight. So right now, the Clippers just trying to get their lineup going. But I believe we could beat Portland, because the Portland's problem, like they had last year, is that they've had the right type of defense to slow Portland down. If the Clippers could slow Portland down early in the playoffs, if you could keep McCollum Lillard under 20 points, at least under 25, to where they score maybe like 18, 19, you make a win. The key to Portland right now is that backcourt. Because you eliminate everybody else, Harkless, Al-Farouq Amino, those guys are not as good. Those guys are not top scorers like that. Those guys are not going to be giving you triple doubles. Yeah, Nurkic is good, but again, Nurkic with the right deal, again, Nurkic can slow down too. I've seen Nurkic go completely cold like he did last year. Even though I believe Zubac is going to have a problem with Nurkic, I believe the Portland Trailblazers can be beaten. Because if the New Orleans Pelicans were able to beat them last year, and that was a Pelican team without Boogie Cousins, I'm pretty sure this Clipper team could beat them. Jazz can definitely beat Portland. If Jazz get this 5th seed, Portland's eliminated. They're going to get bounced out. And even OKC, I don't know if OKC's beating them either, but I believe Portland's not really all that hard. You just have to have the right defense. But now let's look at the schedule. Now, as you can see, these are the next games coming up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 more games left. If the Clippers could win at least 6 out of the last 10, we could literally, I think we could, like I said, and this depends on how, this all depends on OKC, Utah, and San Antonio does, but I believe we could win 50 games. Because we're 42 right now, so let's say 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. The Clippers could at least get to 48 right now, because the Rockets we might lose. We may not be beating the Rockets. The Rockets is all a loss. I'm just gonna count this now. This is a win. These two teams are winning. The Knicks are purposely trying to tank so they get Zion Williamson. So don't look for. I think the Knicks are basically done for the rest of the year. The T-Wolves are win because, quite frankly, Teague and Rose are out for the rest of the season. They're done. This game here, this might be a loss. I'm going to count this as a loss. Again, this is even though, but again, I don't know, because I think they're going to rest Giannis. They're not going to play Giannis. Giannis not going to get that much more minutes. If Giannis does play, he's playing for stats right now, because Giannis is trying to be the league MVP. So again, this might be a loss. Okay, because Nikolai Mirotic is out. Mirotic is out. They still got Brook Lopez. They got other big men. I'm going to count Bucks as an L, only because of the fact that Giannis is trying to get the league MVP. But Cleveland win. Memphis is definitely a win. Rockets L. We're gonna lose to the Rockets. Even though again, Rockets. I'm gonna say maybe. I'm gonna count the Clippers out, because again, man, Clippers are battling for spots right now. The only way we beat the Rockets is to say if they rest James Harden. They don't play James Harden as much, because this is getting towards playoff time. You want your team fully healthy. You don't want to play your guys hard. Okay, and remember, they don't do the MVP voting until the Western to the conference championship. That's when they decide who's going to be the MVP. But I think the Rockets, same with the Bucks. I think Rockets may start. They may decide to rest. I think D'Antoni's going to start resting his starters. In these last 3 games, the last 3 games of the season, I don't see Harden playing that many minutes. Because you do not want Harden. You can't afford to have Harden out. You need Harden fully healthy. Him and Chris Paul. Chris Paul definitely is going to have to rest. I don't see them playing Chris Paul a whole lot of minutes. This is maybe. Bucks is definitely a loss. Just again, because the Bucks are playing. Giannis is playing for the MVP, so he's playing for stats. But Cleveland win. Memphis a win. This is a maybe. Lakers is definitely a win. LeBron is out. The Lakers are not going to play LeBron that hard. They're done. Warriors, L. I think that's a loss. Again, only if they'll say they start the rest of the starters on. This is a rivalry game. That's a loss. And then Jazz is definitely. I don't think we're going to beat the Jazz. I would like us to see us to beat the Jazz, but I don't know. We lost that. We just recently lost to the Jazz, I think, 3 games ago. Okay? Now, Donovan Mitchell is too good. And they just got Rubio back. So, I'm going to say Jazz. The Warriors, again, Warriors is a baby. I'm going to count this as a loss, but the Warriors bite. Again, this depends on if they go to rest their starters or not. But I'm just going to be realistic. Jazz is a loss. This team is a loss. Clippers is the one. I think we're only going to lose 3. So I think the Clippers could go 5 for 3. I'm going to break it down. We're going 5 for 3 in the next 10 games because we got Cleveland tomorrow. Again, Cleveland and New York are definitely wins. I don't see them losing to either one of them teams. Minnesota's a win. So that's 3 in a row there. Bucks, I'm going to go L. Cleveland win. Memphis win. I think Rockets, we win. I think we could beat the Rockets. Actually, yeah, I'm scratching. I think, yeah, 5 and 4. I'm going to count this as a loss only because Clippers win. Yeah, Lakers against the Lakers is a win. But Jazz, I think we're going to lose because, again, Jazz is battling for that 5th seed. Warriors, I think we lose to them. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go 5 and 4. So, I'm gonna give the Clippers, 5 and 4. I will say 3 because, again, the Rockets, ain't no telling, man. And the only way we beat the only way we go like 7 and the only way we go 7 and 10 or 7 and 2, the only way we win 7 games is depending on these 2. Okay? Because again, I don't see this, like I said, they're not gonna there's a whole lot of guys that are gonna be resting. But again, I think the Clippers go 5 and 4. So I'm gonna be realistic. We go 5 and 4. And that's only because the Jazz are fighting for playoff spots. Rockets and Warriors, the Rockets are playing, and Rockets or Bucks are basically playing for Harden and Giannis are playing for the MVP. They playing for numbers. But that's just it, man. I think the Clippers go 5 and 4. And with 5 wins, let's see, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go 46. We go 46. We go 46 and 32. 46 and 33. That still be good. That still be good enough to land us at least a 6 seed, depending. We at least get 7 seed, just depending on. But again, these 2 teams here. San Antonio Thunder is what concerned me. Because Jazz, I know Jazz ain't going to stay 7 seed. Jazz could get that 5th seed. I'm going to predict Jazz get the 5th seed. The Clippers are going to land here. My prediction is we get the 6th seed. I'm going to go 6th seed to be realistically. I think we get the 6th seed. Because the way it's looking, OKC and Thunder can just easily land at 7 and 8. I believe the Thunder want to land on 8 anyway. I'm going to be honest. I believe Russell Westbrook could lose on purpose just so he could get to Golden State. I wouldn't knock that because Russell Westbrook desperately wants the Warriors. He wants to eliminate Kevin Durant. Russell Westbrook still has not forgiven Durant about, about 2016. How they lost to the Warriors. They gave up that 2-game lead. They lost in I don't think Russell Westbrook is still not forgiving Durant for leaving the Thunder for the Warriors. To be honest, and I wouldn't put anything past Westbrook. Westbrook wants to beat the Warriors so bad that he'll take purposely so he get the AC. Because if you notice, man, OKC had rhythm last month. Last month, OKC was up here. OKC was a 3rd seed last month. Okay, in the start of this month, they were literally up here with 3rd seed. For some reason, they declined. They started losing games. They started losing their last 2-3 games. But truth be told, I believe OKC wants Golden State in the first round. If Russell Westbrook gets Golden State in the first round, look for Russell Westbrook to go back to MVP mode like he was in 2017. You're going to be seeing Russell Westbrook in a whole nother mode. Him and Paul George. Especially Paul George. If Paul George gets a chance to go against the Rat, that's going to be interesting. So I believe, man, I truthfully believe the Thunder purposely going to get the AC. They're not going to be playing, for the next 5 games, they're not going to play that hard. Because right now, if they really want to play hard right now, they would not be 5th right now. They'd be 3rd. Okay? But again, I told you OKC's problems that they got problems at the shooting guard position. But again, I believe OKC wants to play Golden State. The only way they can play Golden State right now is if they get the AC. Because if OKC if they retain this 5th seed, they're not going to see Golden State. Because they're going to get eliminated by Portland. Or if they do eliminate Portland, they're gonna have to face the Rockets. Okay? And they're gonna definitely lose to the Rockets. Because that's the way it's looking right now. I don't see them getting, if they do get to the first round, I don't see them getting the Golden State. Because I believe Portland can definitely beat OKC. That's gonna be the issue. They're gonna lose in the first round. So if I'm the Thunder, and if I'm the Thunder right now, it'd be in their best interest to get the 8 seed. Okay? Because San Antonio, they rely on DeRozan and Rudy Gay too heavy. Okay, again, they're another team that's lacking point guard depth. Because Dante Murray, their best guard, has been out. Now the Utah Jazz could definitely get that 5th seed. So I believe the Thunder are going to want the Clippers, Utah, and OKC to all be ahead of them. They're going to want the Clippers to be the 7th seed while they take the 8 because they won't Golden State. So that's the way it's looking right now. Because that's just from what I see. To me, in my eyes, that's Russell Westbrook's main mission is to eliminate Golden State. He wants to beat Kevin Durant out. He wants to prove that he can beat Kevin Durant. That's what this is about. Russell Westbrook wants to prove to the world that he can still get the Thunder a championship, even though Durant has left. So again, that rivalry hasn't left. He still wants to battle him. But I believe the Clippers going to get the 6th seed because San Antonio is going to fall to 7th. Utah is going to get number 5. So that's my prediction. I predict OKC is going to lose out. They're going to lose the next 4 games because I don't believe Russell Westbrook is going to play that hard. And again, you saw the Clippers play against OKC. We got Westbrook and Paul George to foul out. Okay. But again, that's my prediction. I predict OKC is going to get the 8 seed. That's just me. I'm just going to put that out there. I believe OKC might lose on purpose so they can play Golden State in the first round. And if they play Golden State first round, that's going to boost up ratings. Golden State versus OKC, that's definitely going to boost up high ratings. And you're going to see Westbrook, play like he was when he was up against Steph Curry and Klay in the Western Conference Finals. And then you're going to see Paul George go up against Durant for the first time. I think that's what the media wants to see. And then San Antonio is going to get the 7th seed, and the Clippers are going to wind up getting the number 6, with Utah getting 5th, because Utah definitely is a 5th seed. I want to see Donovan Mitchell go against Damian Lillard in the first round. That would be a very interesting matchup in the first round. Okay, while you got Houston going up against us, which again going to be another rivalry. So that's what y'all got to see, man. I see ratings. I see rivalries. I definitely see rivalry right now. Because if we play Houston in the first round of playoffs, we're gonna see who's the better team. You're gonna definitely see a Game 7. Doc Rivers is gonna be like you're gonna see Chris Paul go up against his previous team in the playoffs. Now remember, the last 2 years you saw what went down with these teams too. Last year you seen the beef. Rockets and Clippers got beef, and then you're gonna get to see father versus son. Remember, Austin Rivers is on this Rockets team. The Rockets signed Austin Rivers. So you're going to see what Austin Rivers does against his dad. They'll say, who's going to win? Will Doc Rivers defeat his son in the playoff series? That's going to be truly interesting. Now we're going to see what Chris Paul is made of. Now he goes against his team. So you're going to see what the Clippers are made of. Are Clippers better without Chris Paul, or is Chris Paul better without the Clippers? Which has already been proven. He's gotten to the Western Conference Finals. But again, Chris Paul has James Harden. But we all know that I think the Clippers defensively could beat James Harden. If you could slow James Harden down, he has the same problem Lillard and McCollum. Okay, James Harden. If you get in James Harden's head mentally, and if you guard James Harden correctly, James Harden goes cold. Okay, James Harden can easily shut down on you. So but that's what I want to see. I want to see can Doc Rivers knock this Rockets teams off. Can he knock off the Western Conference contenders? Can they do that? That's what I want to see. I want to see the Rockets versus Clippers in the first round. That's going to be box office. And OKC versus OKC and Golden State the first round is box office, okay? Because they go see can Russell Westbrook defeat the Warriors for the first time as an 8 seed and get to advance to the next round. And then I think after that you're going to be seeing if San Antonio the 7th seed Denver. Even though I think Denver's going to sweep San Antonio. I'm going to be honest. If Denver plays San Antonio, that's a sweep. I don't see DeMar DeRozan beating this Nugget team. The Nuggets are just too deep. Even though Greg Popovich may have 1 or 2 games on the sleeve, I don't know, man. But that's my prediction. Anyways, folks, that's the video. If y'all like, subscribe, comment. Stay blessed. Stay tuned. Shout out to any one of my new subscribers. Y'all stay blessed.